In 1965, Paul Harvey recorded If I Were the Devil, and I'm going to bring that up to date. And this is Thoughts While Thinking, and the opinions are mine. And he said, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I would engulf the whole world into darkness, and I'd have 1/3 of the real estate and 4/5 of the population. But I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, and I'd set out to do whatever was necessary to take over the United States. I would subvert the churches first. I would begin a campaign of whispers with the wisdom of the serpent, and I would whisper as it whispered to Eve, do as you please. And to the young I would whisper the Constitution and the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of God creating man. And I would teach them that bad is good and good is square. And to the old, I would teach them to pray to our Father in Washington. And we know now that the evil man will burn down his own nation in order to just rule over the ashes. And we got to look at our education system. It started deteriorating in 1979 when they established the Department of Education. And now then we've got critical race theory, and we got liberal teachers union indoctrinating our students instead of the teaching. And I appreciate you subscribing. And Theodore Roosevelt was a big catalyst into this direction. He started with the Second Bill of Rights with the New Deal of all government jobs and pointing everything to Washington. He printed the money and he had the big spending and he spent the money and went into deficits at first. And he took the power from the states and placed them in Washington, D.C. And then our President Biden now has, with his executive orders, even destroyed the country even further. And he's totally abolished the Constitution. He scattered the Bill of Rights all over the country. And he did it with dealing from the bottom of the deck, and that's the way it looks to me. And he's waiting for everything to be in his big stocking under the Christmas tree. And we have a critical race separation that they're trying to make, and they're trying to separate us on the basis of thinking that one color of skin has a different ability than another color of skin, and we got to get rid of this racism and get back to pulling the whole world as one. And we established the National Homeland Security and took away our other liberties and rights, and they restricted our freedom and the right to travel, and they abused this situation as it come down the pike. And we had to skip over the deal, and we are not the security threat. We are citizens. And I appreciate you subscribing. And then we did away with the southern border and the coming in undocumented by the thousands and the millions. And I appreciate you signing up and subscribing. And they are looking, we don't know who they are, and we don't know what they are going to do, but they're just infiltrating and taking over, and we call it an invasion. And we know that we're going to have to stand up and show them how to fight. And then he also destroyed the fossil fuel industry and caused a great deal of inflation and depression. And they push for equity instead of equality. And equity equals equity, they say. And equity is like a prison. Everybody's got the same. They sleep the same, they dress the same, and they eat the same. And I don't want to be in a prison. And then they're trying to divide us down further by the pronoun situation. They're trying to do us with the genders. And they are separating it again, and subscription is appreciated. And now we've changed the meaning of Christmas to the spirits of alcohol. And we worship alcohol, and that's their spirit of Christmas now. And we did the same thing with Easter. We took away the real meaning, and now it's the Easter egg. And appreciate you subscribing, and the Easter bunny, and to think about this stuff. And as I said, if I were the devil, I would keep doing what I'm doing. And this is Thoughts While Thinking, and have a nice day, and it's adios.